Welcome to Advanced Dual Health and Life Coach Certification. Today we're going to discuss advanced wellness strategies, specifically addressing emotional eating with holistic practices. Let's start with an introduction. Emotional eating is a complex, multifaceted issue that arises at the intersection of psychology, sociology, and behavior. It refers to the habit of eating in response to emotional cues rather than physical hunger. This behavior is often a way to cope with negative emotions such as stress, sadness, or boredom, but it may also be triggered by positive emotions like celebration or excitement. Unlike eating as a physical necessity, emotional eating stems from an interval drive to soothe, distract, or reward oneself. Let's review some key points. Understanding emotional eating. It is crucial to differentiate emotional eating from physical hunger. Physical hunger is a biological cue signaled through gradual sensations like stomach growling or fatigue. Emotional eating, on the other hand, manifests suddenly, triggered by specific emotions or situations. It often involves cravings for specific comfort foods such as sweets or high-fat snacks rather than balanced nourishment. Take a look at this circle of emotional eating cycle. Triggers and emotional states. Several factors contribute to emotional eating. Stress, boredom, loneliness, celebration, because it activates the release of cortisol, which increases cravings for high-calorie foods, leads to eating as a way to pass time or bring excitement, prompts individuals to seek comfort or companionship through food, and reinforces a cultural norm of connecting food with happiness or reward. A client may notice that they reach for ice cream every time they face work stress or unresolved conflict. By identifying this pattern, a coach can address the root of an emotional need for relief or connection. Holistic practices for managing emotional eating. Holistic practices aim to cultivate awareness, reduce stress, and reconnect individuals to mindful decision-making regarding food. Mindfulness and awareness. Mindfulness increases awareness of eating behaviors and emotional triggers. Encourage clients to ask themselves, am I physically hungry before eating? Practice mindful eating by slowing down while eating, savoring each bite, and noting sensations of safety and taste. Practice mindful eating by slowing down while eating, savoring each bite, and noting each sensation. Coaching a client to replace distracted snacking in front of a TV with a ritual of sitting at the table for meals and journaling about their emotions before eating. Look at this holistic health diagram below. Stress reduction techniques. Chronic stress is a significant driver of emotional eating. Incorporating relaxation techniques can stabilize emotions and reduce cravings. For instance, yoga combines movement with breathwork, reducing cortisol levels and promoting emotional balance. Meditation. This helps clients pause and reflect, creating space between emotional triggers and eating behavior. And breathing exercises. Simple strategies like deep belly breathing activate the parasympathetic nervous system, relaxing the body. Encourage a client to practice 5-minute breathing exercises before turning to food during stressful moments. Integration into daily routines. Consistency is key to seeing benefits from holistic practices. Suggest short, realistic habits such as a 10-minute meditation in the morning or a weekly yoga class. Encourage intentional activities like journaling about cravings to become part of the emotional practice. A client struggling with evening cravings learns to replace the habit with the nighttime writing session, rewiring their emotional response over time. Developing emotional resilience. Building emotional resilience enables individuals to better cope with triggers, reducing the reliance on food for emotional comfort. Improving emotional intelligence. Encourage clients to identify emotions by labeling them instead of suppressing them, and distinguish between emotional discomfort and physical hunger. For example, if a client feels anxious, guide them to vocalize or write, I feel anxious because I have a deadline tomorrow, shifting their focus from food to the actual source of stress. Self-awareness strategies. Help clients recognize patterns in their emotional eating. Maintain an emotional food journal, tracking situations, feelings, and food choices. Reflect on non-food methods of responding to emotions. Exercises for emotional resilience. Practical strategies include gratitude practices to shift focus away from unmet emotional needs, and visualization exercises to mentally rehearse healthy response to triggers. For example, a client imagines themselves pausing and opting for a walk when faced with a stressful trigger. Creating a supportive environment. An individual's social and physical environment significantly affects their eating habits. Coaches can help clients establish surroundings that promote mindful choices. Social support. Encourage clients to involve supportive friends or family members. Share cooking responsibilities or explore healthy recipes together. Build accountability partnerships to reinforce positive change. For example, Suggest joining a peer support group focused on emotional eating or stress management. Physical environment. Small changes to the home environment can make a big difference. Replace accessible junk food with prepped healthy snacks like cut vegetables or nuts. Keep reminders such as a sticky note in the refrigerator with affirmations like pause and breathe before you make a choice. Case studies illustrate the impact of environmental support. A client removed sugary snacks from the kitchen and substituted a consistent evening family tea ritual, reinforcing connectedness instead of loneliness driven by eating. Personalized coaching strategies. No two individuals experience emotional eating the same way. A tailored, personalized approach is vital for effective coaching. Assessing emotional eating patterns. Thorough assessments include discussing the client's history with food, dieting, and triggers, observing emotional reactions during food journaling. For example, during intake sessions, ask what situations tend to lead to overeating or cravings for you. Take a look at these wearables and personalized coaching. Developing individualized plans. Craft bespoke strategies. For a stress eater, incorporate daily stress reduction practices. For a celebratory eater, explore non-food rewards like aligning with their values. Effective coaching tools. Leverage various tools to support clients. Use mobile apps for tracking emotional eating triggers and journaling. Provide tailored dietary guidance emphasizing nutrient-dense, mood-supporting foods such as complex carbs and omega-3 fats. Practical examples, and this is coaching in action. For someone battling evening sugar cravings, suggest experimenting with a protein-rich dinner to curb late-night urges. Help a client replace their habit of emotional take orders during boredom with creative outlets such as painting or gardening. Best practices for coaches. Foster open communication. Begin coaching sessions by creating a safe space for clients to share their feelings and experiences without judgment. Use reflective listening techniques such as paraphrasing and asking clarifying questions to ensure you understand client perspectives. The example strategy. Encourage clients to openly discuss situations they find challenging, such as emotional triggers that lead to binge eating. Understand emotional patterns. Help clients identify patterns between their emotional states and eating habits using tools like Food Mood Journal. Encourage clients to explore connections between specific emotions like loneliness or anxiety. The example practice. Review journal entries together to highlight unhelpful patterns. Guide clients through holistic practices. Introduce clients to practices like mindfulness yoga and breathing exercises, explaining their specific benefit. Provide actionable steps to incorporate these practices into daily life, starting with small to avoid and overwhelm. Exercise. Teach a 5-minute breathing technique that clients can use before restoring to emotional eating. Tailor strategies to individual needs. Assess each client's unique lifestyle preferences and needs for a personalized approach to managing emotional eating. Use client intake sessions to gather detailed information about routines, challenges, and goals. The example strategy. Suggest alternatives to high-sugar snacks for a client who craves sweets. Encourage resilience through emotional awareness. Equip clients with tools to build emotional resilience, such as gratitude practices or visualization exercises. Teach techniques for recognizing the processing of difficult emotions instead of suppressing them. The example method. Guide clients through gratitude journaling exercises to reframe negative emotions positively. Create accountability and support systems. Partner with clients to set clear, realistic goals and track progress together. Encourage clients to involve family, friends, or peer groups for mutual accountability and emotional support. And recommend joining a local support group for emotional wellness. Adapt plans as clients progress. Recognize that clients' needs may shift over time, requiring flexibility in coaching approaches. Regularly review and adjust strategies to ensure alignment with clients' current circumstances and goals. The example tactic. If a client's work schedule changes, modify dietary and stress reduction practices to fit their new routine. Role model holistic practices. Demonstrate the practices you recommend, such as mindful eating during a shared meal or performing deep breathing exercises together. Share personal anecdotes, if appropriate, to inspire client trust and connection. And lead a short meditation at the start of a session to help both yourself and your client center emotionally. Build a supportive environment. Encourage clients to organize their physical spaces to reduce triggers and reinforce healthier choices. Suggest adjusting the home environment by removing any accessible junk food and replacing it with nutritional options. An example action. Help clients redesign their kitchen habits by prepping go-to healthy snacks. Celebrate progress to foster motivation. Recognize and celebrate even small milestones to clients to help them keep motivated and focus on long-term success. Use affirmations and positive reinforcement to build self-confidence and maintain momentum. The example strategy: when a client practices mindful eating during one stressful event, praise their effort and point out its significance. By applying these quotes and practices, you empower clients to form healthier relationships with their food. Here are some summary tables for your review. Table 1, triggers of emotional eating. Take a few moments to review each trigger. You'll see stress, boredom, loneliness, celebration, and anxiety. Table 2, holistic practices. Here you'll see the practice, the description, the benefit, the example, and the implementation tip. Let's walk through an example. Yoga. The description: a physical and mental practice integrating breathwork and movement. The benefit: it reduces stress and promotes mind-body harmony. The example: client practices 15 minutes yoga to unwind after work. The implementation tip: recommend accessible online yoga resources. Take a few moments to review the rest of Table 2 on holistic practices. Table 3, emotional resilience strategies. Here you'll see the strategy, the description, the benefit, the example, and the coaching tip. Take a few moments to review each strategy: emotional intelligence, self-awareness, gratitude practices, visualization, and spiritual connection. Table 4, supportive environments. Here you will see the aspect, the description, the effect on eating, the example, and coaching tip. Let's walk through an example. Accountability is the aspect. The description: partnership to keep goals visible. Effect on eating: it promotes discipline and sustains motivation. The example: sharing meal plans with a supportive friend. And the coaching tip: pair clients with an accountability partner like a coach or a peer. Take a few moments to review the rest of Table 4 on supportive environments. Table 5, personalized coaching strategies. Here you'll see the strategy, the description, the effectiveness, the example, and the coaching tip. Take a few moments to review each strategy: assessing patterns, individualized plans, coaching tools, practical examples, and positive reinforcement. Here are some multiple choice questions for your review. Question 1. What is a common emotional trigger that leads to overeating and why? The correct answer is B, stress, because it can increase cortisol levels and prompts cravings for comfort food. Question 2. How does mindfulness help manage emotional eating? The correct answer is B, by increasing awareness of triggers and promoting intentional eating. Question 3. Which practice enhances emotional resilience and reduces reliance on food for comfort? A, gratitude journaling. B, fasting for extended periods. C, avoiding all social gatherings. Or D, focusing solely on physical exercise. The correct answer is A, gratitude journaling. Question 4. What is an example of creating a supportive environment to reduce emotional eating? Review options A through D. The correct answer is B, joining a local support group focused on healthy eating habits. Question 5. Why is it important to tailor coaching strategies for clients experiencing emotional eating? The correct answer is B, because individualized plans address specific behaviors, preferences, and lifestyles of clients.